Hello and welcome to our latest webinar called Trivia Quiz with our corporate member Michael Page. I'm Monique Fenech from Australasian Supply Chain Institute, and before I introduce our host, I'd like to run through some housekeeping for the webinar. Firstly, a technical check to ensure that everyone can hear me. Raise your hand if you can hear me. Fantastic. You can also see in the chat box that I've sent you a message. Hi there. We hope you're ready to have some fun. If you need to talk to us because you have some technical difficulty, you're able to use that chat box in a private manner to chat with the panelists. So please let us know. Some other housekeeping items. Have your phone handy because we're going to ask you to open your web browser on your phone and enter some Kahoot game codes to play the quiz. If you do not want to play, you're able to attend as a non-participant and still have some fun too. If you cannot get into the Kahoot quiz for whatever reason, please use the chat box section to talk to us as panelists. Another way to answer the quiz is to post your answer either A, B, C, or D into the Q&A section on your screen. However, the Q&A section is not anonymous. Instead, it allows you to post some questions that we will address throughout the webinar. The webinar is recorded and will be uploaded to the Asci Resources Library for members tomorrow, and we'll also produce the results from the actual quiz to share with everybody how we benchmark against ourselves in the community. To kickstart the webinar, may I introduce your quiz host for today, Jeff Palm. I'll ask Jeff to unmute himself while I'm introducing him. Jeff is a passionate advocate of continuous improvement and learning, coming from his 30-year background in manufacturing, resources, and oil and gas, and his trainer role at Carrier, Honeywell, and through us in his APIX facilitator role. He is treasurer of the board of directors at Asci, and we welcome him to the webinar. Hello, Jeff. You'll have to unmute yourself. There we go. Hello,
yes,
Jeff.
Got it. Hi, Monique. Thank you, and good morning to everyone, or good afternoon, depending where you are. I'm based in Perth, so for me it's still morning. And welcome to our annual leadership challenge. And this year we're having it under very interesting circumstances. Last year we had it our Smart 2019 in Melbourne. And this event was established in 2018 when we came to realise that our members liked a bit of gamification in their professional development that would offer them some instant feedback on your knowledge and breadth of supply chain, decision-making tasks under time constraints, because this quiz today has a time limit on the tasks you're given to answer. And it gives you a fresh new perspective on solutions to some common supply chain challenges. So as Monique said, this year we're looking for the person with the best end-to-end knowledge of supply chain management. And we're looking through that in the operations round, logistics rounds, and procurement rounds. So each of those will be treated separately. And there are 10 multiple choice quiz questions in each of these rounds. And as Monica said, you'll do it via your smartphone through Kahoot. And your answers are automatically stored in the system. So within a few seconds, you'll start to see who the winners are. And if we actually have a tie, we will go through a speed and a tie break session against those who actually have hit that section. So now we'll actually do a practice run, and you can then get a feel of how the whole system works. So the main thing here is, of course, when you utilize your name, just pick a moniker that doesn't identify if you don't want to be identified. So there's your game pin that you need to enter into for your practice round, 853650. All right, we're starting to see we've got 7 in at the moment. 8. Is anyone having a problem getting onto Zoom?
All good, Jeff. I think we might start the practice if that's okay.
All right, yep. So the shipping buffer in the drum rope provides what's, so you've got 23 seconds left to answer. All right, so we had 4 correct answers there.
I think you'll find the answer is the blue one, Jeff.
Yeah, it provides protection for the order due
Yeah,
date.
so only
Yes.
one. So that was Hilly.
Well done, Hilly. When using the 5S approach, which step is implemented last? Sequence, sustain, straighten, or self-discipline? All right, well, sustain was the correct answer. And of course, sustain is all about turning into habit. So well done again, Hilly. Which of the options below is best used to understand a company's ability to pay its bills? Cash flow, income, balance sheet, or market share? All right, best response so far, we've had 7, and MTB got that one there. So Hilly's moved to 3rd. Which of the following statements about forecasting is true? So the correct answer is forecast should include an estimate of error. which you need to measure your bias to be able to see that. So Hilly's moved back into the lead again. Well done. Intrinsic forecast data should be based on which of the following considerations: judgment, intuition, informed opinion, economic indicators, sales history, or shipment history. So sales history is the correct answer, and intrinsic is more based upon your internal data rather than extrinsic, which is external data. So 7 right. So MTB is the champion. IL came second and Hilly came first. Well done. So I hope you've all got the practice now, and we can move into the first section. Which is the operations round. So your new code you'll need to enter is 322481 to start this round.
Jeff, and it's probably good to mention at this stage that there are some pieces of information for some of the questions in this round, including questions 5, 6, 11, and 12. If you don't have that information sheet in front of you, don't worry. Most of the information that you need will be on the screen. It just might be a little bit harder to read, that's all.
Thanks, Monique.
Also, most of the questions are 30 seconds, but questions 5 and 6 and also 11 and 12 that pertain to extra information, they're actually 90 seconds. So that gives you a little bit longer to read the information. All right, we have 12 players. Everybody, let's go. Good luck.
So question 1 is the forecast interval would typically be longest for forecasts used as inputs in which of the following processes: business planning, FAS, MPS, or sales and operational planning? All right, correct answer is business planning, which basically goes out 3 to 5 years normally for most companies. So Hilly's our winner on the first question. In a distribution environment, what happens if the planner fails to address exception messages during planning cycles? Planned orders not converted on time, replenishment lead times are incorrect, the planning horizon is too short, or the statistical order point is increased. So planned orders are not converted on time. If the planner doesn't action the messages, then of course you're going to have some issues there. So 9 got it right. IAL is moved into first spot. Cause and effect analysis are made with the help of which of the following? Fishbone charts, SPC, Pareto analysis, or critical path method. So correct answer is fishbone chart. So 7 got that right. And the other term for fishbone is cause and effect anyway. Well done. To create an effective customer supplier partnership, it is essential to stabilize schedules to let suppliers react, evaluate the supply based on price, send supplier delivery schedules, and use preventive maintenance to avoid machine quality problems. So stabilise schedules so that suppliers react within their lead times is good and well done for the majority. For the master schedule, what is the available to promise for period 4 if the discrete method is used? So you should have your worksheet to look at this question. All right, you've got 10 seconds left. So the correct answer is 24. So Virginia moves to the top in this round. Well done. 100 units were sold on January the 8th using weighted average costing. The cost per unit for the sale is All right, $10.09 is the correct answer. So 4 got that correct. Well done. So JJ has jumped into the lead at this stage. What is a significant factor in determining the level of work in process inventory or WIP when a pull system is employed? All right, quantity of parts represented by each signal is the correct answer. So it looked like it was a fairly open round, this one. What would impact your competitive position if you're a make-to-order organisation competing on delivery speed? So number 4, shifts in customer demand, was that correct one? So it'll be interesting to see the results now. So JJ is still up there. Which of the following measures is a key indicator of a firm's asset utilisation? So turnover is the correct answer there, and well done. And JJ is still sitting up there. What's an advantage of using a lag capacity or chase capacity strategy approach in implementing operations strategy? So high facility utilization rate is the correct answer there. And Hilly moves back into the lead. What is the priority for operations 3 on day 195 calculated on the slack time rule in days per remaining operations?
running. So there's 10 answers. Can you see that on your screen, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay, back on track. Apologies, guys.
Well, we've had plenty of time to work this one out now. Right, so we'd be on 1, so spot on time. So Herbie just pipped that. So question 12 now. Which of the following would be the correct planned order release for the item? So the correct answer there is 100 in period 1, 400 in period 3. So Hilly takes the this round. So we'll see how we go after the 3 rounds. So we move into the logistics round now. So the code you need now for the second game is 8781208. I think that's a lot in it, Monique.
Yep.
In its simplest form, logistics is So it integrates inbound logistics with outbound logistics in its very simplest form. Well done, IAL. Warehouse management systems, base tasks, interleaving, combines. So the correct answer is put away and replenishment operations. So Hilly's jumped back into the lead. Transportation capacity is near critical mass and loading planning is inefficient. Choose the best application for planning. Right, transport management systems, or TMS, is the correct answer here. Which of the following metrics is considered external, thus customer facing? So perfect order is the correct one here, or DIFOT is the other acronym that's used many times. Inventory carrying costs generally includes so inventory, capital, storage, service, and risk costs are generally considered the main components of carrying costs. Pallet row racking is perfect for facilitating so FIFO, or first in, first out, is the correct answer here. The standard gauge of most of the world's rails will measure at, unfortunately it's an American question, so you have to do your conversions. So 4 feet 8 inches is the correct one there. So I've learned something today. A ship which is able to carry 6,000 20-foot equivalent units or TEUs would maximise the capacity by carrying so 3,000 40-foot containers is the correct answer there. So we've seen a mix of decisions in that question. Which of the following functions associated with a supply-facing warehouse? So inbound materials components, so supply facing is from upstream suppliers. Marketing increases packaging dimensions for a product that remains unchanged. The impact on sustainability will be that. So transport capacity are wasted, and seem to see that a lot these days, that there's a lot of empty space or air in some packaging. So MTV won that round. Hilly second and Virginia third. Well done. So we're now setting up for the third and final round, which is procurement. So your PIN number you need here is 2042829. Which the following is a statement from a shipper listing contents of multiple shipments? The correct answer is a manifest. It looks like the majority got it right. MTV was the quickest on that one. Continuous improvement clauses are included within contracts to target cost, quality, and So supplier performance is the correct answer there, and well done. Which of the following forms of payment for international purchase is most favourable to the buyer? So open account is the correct one. Submit the start of delivery. What's used to enter into an interim agreement pending a definite contract? So letter of intent was there. The VJ's getting this one at the moment. You decide to issue a separate purchase order for several items instead of a combined purchase order. This policy will be a decrease in the average cost of processing a purchase order will decrease. Byproduct of your manufacturing process is expensive to dispose and doesn't decompose easily. Which is the best option? So correct answer is sell the byproduct to another manufacturer who has a need for it. Which of the following outcomes is typically characteristic of strategic sourcing? So it includes automation of contract management processes. So Virginia's staying up there. What's the primary advantage of using web-based electronic data interchanges for communication of transactions? So it lowers the cost per transaction. So VJ's come to the top with 4 questions remaining. Quality remains an elusive concept for most organisations because depends on the customer perception, because it's really the customer that decides whether a product has value or quality. So Virginia's slipped back to the top. 3 questions to go. Cash to cash cycle time is the measure of how efficiently a company So how a company manages assets to generate cash flow is the correct one. So okay. Well done, Virginia. So now we'll find out who our overall winner is.
Okay, Jeff. So round 1, the winner was Hilly with 7,041 points. Round 2, MTB was the winner with 6,825. And round 3, Virginia was the winner with 6,515. So with a different winner from each round, it was interesting to see that we're going to have to do some background work to actually see who the winner is here. What we found, though, in each of the rounds was that Hilly scored first in the first round, second in the second round, and third in the third round. So if that's any indication, I do have to do my maths, but I'm pretty sure that that is a very, very good contender for the winner.
Thanks, Monique. You'll notice that the first 2 rounds, operations and logistics, came from the CPIM, or Certified Production Inventory Manager material. And the last one on procurement came from the Institute of Supply Management, or ISM, courses. So if you believe you need to up your knowledge in any of these areas, reach out and see about doing one of these courses.
Fantastic. Well, that brings us to the end of today's session. It's 1:54. So, Jeff, I think we have some really, really clever Asci members, which I'm really proud about. How about you?
Yes, actually, well done. It was very interesting seeing the leaderboard change regularly. So it's obviously that we have quite an interesting group here.
So I will be posting the winner results to our Asci LinkedIn, closed LinkedIn group. So make sure you're a member of that. If not, request to join. And yeah, we'll see how we go with looking at some of the results, and where perhaps, you know, two questions might have seemed, 2 answers might have seemed correct, but it's always good to see that there's some more learning to be done.
Great. Thanks, Monique.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay well for the Easter break. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Monique. Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.